What if I told you that some of the biggest companies in the world are quietly replacing workers with AI and then telling the public that AI only helps their employees? I'm going to name them, and I'm going to give you the exact numbers, and I'm going to show you what their CEOs actually said versus what's actually happening inside their companies. I pulled data from Challenger, Gray and Christmas, which is the gold standard for tracking layoffs, from Harvard Business Review, from Stanford University, from earnings calls, SEC filings, and CEO interviews that most people never see. And I found 10 companies with hard numbers, and one of them had to publicly reverse course and hire humans back after their AI experiment failed. We'll get into it. But first, an important note. All the data in this video comes from Challenger, Gray and Christmas, Harvard Business Review, Stanford University, the World Economic Forum, Bloomberg Intelligence, and verified company earnings calls and public statements. This is educational career research based on publicly available information. Individual career outcomes vary based on industry, experience, location, and market conditions. This is not financial or employment advice. I've spent 5 years helping over 2,000 people transition into new careers. And over the last year, something has shifted. The questions that I'm getting aren't about which remote jobs to apply for anymore. The questions are about whether their jobs are safe. So I spent weeks doing what I always do, following the money, tracking the actual numbers, reading the earnings calls that most people skip. And what I found is a gap between what companies tell the public and what the data actually shows. Today, I'm going to close that gap for you. 10 companies, real names, hard numbers, CEO quotes, and what it actually means for your career. Before I name the companies, you need to understand something that completely changes how you interpret AI layoff headlines. Harvard Business Review surveyed over 1,000 global executives in December 2025 and found something shocking. 60% of organizations have already reduced headcount in anticipation of AI. That is 60%, but only 2% made those cuts because AI was actually performing the work. Let me say that differently. Most companies aren't firing people because AI replaced them. They are firing people because they think AI might replace them someday. Deutsche Bank analysts have a name for this. They call it AI redundancy washing. Companies attribute layoffs to AI because it sends a positive signal to investors. It tells Wall Street we're innovative, we're efficient, and we're cutting costs with technology. Meanwhile, a survey of 6,000 executives by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that about 90% of firms say AI has had zero measurable impact on either employment or productivity over the past 3 years. Zero. Challenger, Gray and Christmas tracked about 55,000 AI-cited job cuts in 2025. That sounds like a lot until you realize it's less than 5% of the 1.2 million total layoffs that year. The other 95% were government restructuring, market conditions, and normal business cycles, not AI. So what's actually happening? Let me show you company by company, because the truth is more complicated than either side wants you to believe. I organize these companies into 3 groups based on what they actually reveal about the AI job market. First, the loudest admissions. 3 companies where the CEOs went on podcasts and an earnings call and openly said they are replacing humans with AI. That's Salesforce, IBM, and Klarna. Second, the quiet purge. 4 companies that didn't make headlines but quietly eliminated roles and used attrition to hide the real numbers. Duolingo, HP, Paycom, and WiseTech. And third, the biggest numbers. 3 cases where the scale of displacement is industry shaking. BT Group, Accenture, and the banking sector. For each company, I'm going to give you the AI system they use, the exact number and jobs affected, what the CEO actually said, and what happened after. Salesforce, the company that makes the most popular business software in the world. CEO Mark Benioff went on the 20 VC podcast in December of 2024 and said this quote, we're not adding any more software engineers next year because we have increased the productivity this year with Agentforce and with other AI technology by more than 30%. End quote. Then in January 2025, he went on the Logan Bartlett show and doubled down. Quote, in engineering this year at Salesforce, he said, we're seriously debating maybe we aren't going to hire anybody this year. End quote. In 2025, Salesforce cut 4,000 customer support roles. But here's the part that doesn't make the headlines. A spokesperson later acknowledged that AI could only handle about 50% of the customer service work. They still need humans for the other half, and they simultaneously hired for sales roles to support the same AI platform they use to justify the cuts. Cut jobs in one department, hire in another. Call it AI innovation. IBM in May 2023, CEO Arvind Krishna told Bloomberg, quote, I could easily see 30% of back office roles getting replaced by AI and automation over a 5-year period, end quote. That's roughly 7,800 positions. By January 2026, Krishna confirmed to the Wall Street Journal that IBM have replaced hundreds of HR employees with AI. Their system called Ask HR now automates 94% of routine HR tasks. Their IT support AI reduced calls and chats by 70%. But here's where it gets interesting. IBM's total employment actually went up. Krishna said the AI savings gave them more investment to put in other areas. They hired more programmers and salespeople and claimed $3.5 billion in productivity gains across 70 business areas. So IBM replaced hundreds of HR workers but grew overall headcount. This is the pattern that you need to understand. Jobs aren't disappearing, they are shifting. Klarna, this is the poster child for AI replacing workers, and also the poster child for why that doesn't always work. Klarna is a buy now, pay later company. In 2022, they had about 5,500 employees. By 2025, that number was cut nearly in half to about 2,900. The CEO stopped hiring entirely in 2023 and let natural turnover shrink the company without formal layoffs. Their AI chatbot, built on OpenAI, replaced the equivalent of 853 full-time customer service agents. In its first month, it handled 2.3 million conversations. Resolution times dropped from 11 minutes to under 2 minutes. Repeat inquiries fell about 25%. Revenue per employee tripled, and average employee compensation rose 60% from $126,000 a year to $203,000 a year. The CEO bragged about it on earnings calls. AI savings reaching $60 million. Revenue grew 28%. It looked like the perfect AI success story. Every tech publication ran with it. And then May 2025, Klarna reversed course. They announced they were rehiring human customer service representatives. Why? Customer satisfaction had declined. The CEO told Bloomberg, quote, AI solves the easy stuff. Our experts handle the moments that matter, end quote. Forrester called Klarna the poster child for bad AI deployment. A Gartner survey of 321 customer service leaders found that only 20% actually reduced agent staffing because of AI. The other 80% kept their people and just handled more customers. And Klarna isn't alone. Forrester's 2026 predictions report found that 55% of employers already regret their AI-driven layoffs. And Gartner predicts that by 2027, half of the companies that attributed job cuts to AI will rehire staff for similar roles. Half of them. Remember that, because it matters a lot for what's coming next. Now, quick question. Has AI affected your job or your industry? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what you're seeing on the ground. I try to read every comment, and your answers help me with the research for my next videos. Duolingo, the language learning app. In late 2023, they quietly cut about 10% of their contractor workforce. Then more cuts in October 2024. These were primary translators and content writers replaced by OpenAI's GPT-4. Then in April 2025, CEO Louis von Ahn made it official. He declared Duolingo an AI-first company and said, quote, headcount will only be given if a team cannot automate more of their work, end quote. AI usage is now factored into performance reviews. The remaining contractors were reclassified as content curators who review AI output. They didn't replace humans with AI. They replaced human creators with human editors of AI content. The job still exists. It just pays less and requires less skill. HP announced plans to cut 4,000 to 6,000 jobs by 2028 as part of a $1 billion savings plan driven by AI automation. Product development, operations, and customer support are the target departments. Paycom, the payroll company, laid off over 500 employees in October 2025. This was their first mass layoff in company history. They specifically said the cuts targeted, quote, non-client facing roles that have been automated, end quote. Neither company made front page headlines, no viral tweets, no podcast interviews. They just quietly eliminated the positions and moved on. That's the pattern most companies are following. Wise Tech Global, a logistics software company, is cutting 2,000 jobs. That's 29% of their entire workforce across 40 countries. Their CEO said, quote, I will state this unequivocally. The time of manually crafting code as a fundamental aspect of engineering has concluded, end quote. Some teams are being cut by 50%. Here's the part most people miss entirely. Many companies aren't doing formal layoffs at all. They're using a 3-step strategy. Step 1, employees leave through normal turnover. Step 2, the company doesn't fill those positions. Step 3, AI tools absorb the task. No layoff announcements, no headlines, no severance packages. The jobs just quietly disappear. And Klarna's CEO admitted this is exactly what they did. Natural turnover of the 15 to 20% per year shrank their company from 5,500 to 3,500 without a single layoff. Challenger data tracked 55,000 AI-cited job cuts in 2025, but the real number is likely 4 to 6 times higher because companies have no reason to admit AI is the cause when restructuring sounds better on a press release. But workers are fighting back. In August 2025, the Commonwealth Bank of Australia tried to cut 45 customer service roles and replace them with an AI voice bot. The finance sector union challenged it at a Fair Work Commission, and the bank was forced to reverse the decision. They admitted they got it wrong and apologized to affected workers. The jobs were saved. That's not the only pushback. The SAG-AFTRA and Writers Guild strikes in 2023 established groundbreaking AI protections. German trade union Verdi is opposing Lufthansa's planned 4,000 AI-related cuts. The pushback is real. BT Group, the British telecommunications giant, they announced plans to cut up to 55,000 jobs by 2030. That's from a workforce of 130,000. Roughly 10,000 of those cuts are specifically attributed to AI in automation and customer service and network management. And then current CEO Alison Kirkby said in June 2025 that the original 55,000 target, quote, did not capture the full capabilities of AI, end quote. She suggested BT could be even smaller by the end of the decade. Even 55,000 wasn't enough. Accenture, 11,000 people laid off with $865 million in restructuring charges. CEO Julie Sweet said on an earnings call, quote, we are exiting on a compressed timeline. People we're reskilling based on our experience is not a viable path for the skills that we need, end quote. But here's the number nobody reports alongside the 11,000 layoffs. Accenture simultaneously grew their AI and data workforce from 40,000 in 2023 to 77,000 in 2025. They fired 11,000 people who couldn't transition to AI and hired almost 40,000 who could. That's the future of the job market in one company. ING, one of the largest banks in Europe, is cutting up to 950 positions in the Netherlands by the end of 2026 and already eliminated 230 globally. They are using large language models for document processing and AI for anti-money laundering compliance. But ING is just one bank. Bloomberg Intelligence forecasts that global banks could cut up to 200,000 jobs over the next 3 to 5 years as AI takes over back office and mid-office functions. The Deutsche banking sector alone expects to eliminate 2,600 anti-money laundering positions in just 2 years. When an entire industry moves at once, the displaced workers all compete for the same remaining positions. That's when the real pain hits. Now here's who's actually getting hit the hardest by all of this. and it's not who you think. Stanford University analyzed millions of payroll records from ADP and found that workers aged 22 to 25 in AI-exposed jobs experienced a 13% decline in employment since late 2022. In software engineering and customer service specifically, entry-level employment dropped by about 20%. Meanwhile, older and more experienced workers in the same jobs saw employment grow 6 to 9%. Big tech, new graduate hiring is down 50% from pre-pandemic levels. New grads now account for just 7% of big tech hires. The unemployment rate for new college graduates ages 20 to 24 hit 9.5% in September 2025. The UK tech companies cut graduate roles by 46% from 2023 to 2024 and expect another 53% drop by 2026. AI isn't just replacing experienced workers, it's closing the door on the entry point. The Stanford study explains why AI replaces codified knowledge, which is what you learn in school, more easily than tactic knowledge, which is what you learn from years of experience. The more senior you are, the safer you are. The more junior you are, the more exposed you are. So what do you do with all this information? Let me make it specific. If you are entry level or early in your career, this data says one thing clearly: do not rely on codified knowledge alone. A degree or a certificate is your starting point, not your protection. Build tactic knowledge as fast as possible through hands-on projects, internships, and real-world experience that AI cannot replicate. If you are mid-career, look at the Accenture pattern. They didn't fire everyone. They fired people who couldn't transition to AI and hired people who could. Your job right now is to become the person who works alongside AI, not the person who gets replaced by it. Learn the AI tools in your industry before your employer decides for you. If you are in customer service, back office, HR, or data entry, these are the roles being targeted first. But the IBM example shows that total employment can still grow even when specific roles disappear. The jobs are shifting to different departments and different skill sets. Position yourself for where the jobs are moving, not where they used to be. And remember the most important number from this video: 55% of employers already regret their AI-driven layoffs. The companies that went too fast are pulling back. The opportunity isn't gone. It's changing shape. If you want the full analysis of which industries are most at risk, which companies are actually hiring for AI roles right now, in the step-by-step career protection plan that I built from research, I put all of that inside the Heights on Patreon. Link is in the description. Joining the Heights or any community does not guarantee you income, employment, or career protection. Your outcomes depend entirely on your effort, qualifications, market conditions, and factors nobody can control. What the Heights provides is research in the strategy in the community so you have an informed plan. Drop a comment. Tell me which company on this list shocked you the most, or if there is a company that you think I should investigate next. I try to read every comment. The AI job market isn't what the headlines tell you. It's not all destruction and it's not all creation. It's a shift, a massive, fast, sometimes brutal shift that rewards the people who pay attention and punishes the people who assume their job is safe because it's always been safe. 60% of companies already cut jobs because of AI. 55% already regret it. And somewhere in between those two numbers is the truth about where the job market is heading. The question isn't whether AI will affect your career. It will. The question is whether you'll be the one who saw it coming. This is Antoine Wade. Keep climbing, and we'll see you in the next video.